How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Magikman Chronicles podcast. Today, I want to talk over a subject called SCP Foundation. So, for those who don't know what the SCP Foundation is, how's the best way to say it? It is a fictional, secret organization documented by the collaborative writing wiki project of the same name. So basically, it's a whole bunch of fictional, like, things that, but things like when someone says fictional, like, it could be a chance that it could be true as well. And I just wanted to talk about a couple SCPs and then see if this is something that everyone else is interested in, because I could dive in deeper into this. So the first SCP I want to go over is SCP-055. This is something that causes anyone who examines it to forget its various characteristics, thus making it undescribable except in terms of what it is not. That's weird. Like, how do you describe what it is? It could be anything. It could be a freaking ant carrying a marshmallow or something. And sorry about that. I had a little message come through. But the next SCP is SCP-087. This is a staircase that appears to descend forever. That'd be scary as hell, man. Like, what if you accidentally trip and fell and you're just constantly falling into this endless, like, staircase? That'd be scary as hell. Alright, but the staircase is inhabited by SCP-087-1, which is described as a face without a mouth, pupils, or nostrils. That sounds creepy as hell, man. That'd be some scary shit. The sound of a child crying is also an omnipresent, but the source is unknown. Descending the stairs has no effect on the cry's volume, despite them seemingly orientated from the bottom of the stairway. That's scary as hell, man. Sorry, I'm smoking a cigarette. But so the next one I want to talk about is SCP-108. Is a Nazi bunker system that is only accessible through a portal found in a woman's nose. Could you imagine that? It's like the only way to access this Nazi bunker system is through a woman's nose. And I wonder if it's something that requires, like, a camera that goes into the woman's nose that shows what it looks like inside, or it's probably just like a whole structure built into this lady's nose, and she, like, never has to blow her nose ever, because, like, yeah, I have ventilation systems and I have ductwork going on in here. So SCP-173 is a humanoid statue composed of rebar, concrete, and Krylon spray paint. It is stationary when directly observed, but it attacks people and snaps their necks when in line of sight with it is broken. It is extremely fast to the point where it can move multiple meters while the observer is blinking. So basically, they're saying that the Flash touched this, and this is something that he's made super quick. So the next one is SCP-294. Listen to this one. This one is a coffee machine that can dispense anything that does or can exist in liquid form. You know how awesome that would be? That would, like, this should be a moneymaker. Like, give me some Mountain Dew. Boom, Mountain Dew. Is that Hawaiian Punch? That sure as hell is. Sounds delicious. Actually, we kind of need to throw this into the world of production and get this thing created, so that way it'll look like a Keurig, but it does anything. So I wonder if that also means alcohol. Be like, pour me a beer. But wait, I gotta go to work in 20 minutes, so pour me a coffee right after. So the next SCP is also related to an appliance that is found in the kitchen. So SCP-426 is a toaster that can only be referred to in the first person. Like the brave little toaster, man. It's the brave little toaster all over again. So the next one after that would be SCP-1171. And this is a home whose windows are always covered in condensation. By writing in the condensation on the glass, it is possible to communicate with an extra-dimensional entity whose windows are likewise covered in condensation. This entity bears significant hostility towards humans, but does not know that the Foundation members are human. That's weird. It's like poltergeist and shit. Like just communicating with like different. It could be a spirit, or it could be something else. It could be something else really, really different. So the next one on the list is SCP-1609. And this is a mulch, just regular mulch that goes in flower beds, that teleports into the lungs of anyone who approaches it in an aggressive fashion, or while wearing certain uniforms. It was previously a peaceful chair that teleported to whichever nearby person felt the need to sit down. But it entered its current aggressive state after being inserted into a wood chipper by members of the global occult colonization. Sounds like butthole disease. Okay, so we talked about SCPs being everything from objects, appliances, to different entities that we don't know of. So this last one that I want to talk about is SCP-3008. And get this. This one is an IKEA retail store that has an infinity interior space with no outer physical bounds, causing prospective customers to be trapped after they become lost within the pocket dimension. It contains a rudimentary civilization formed by those customers who are forced to survive and defend themselves against hostile creatures known as SCP-3008-2, which is a tall, faceless humanoid wearing IKEA employee uniforms that become violently aggressive towards all humans at night. That sounds scary. It's kind of like being in a zombie apocalypse, but trapped in one location, and then next thing you know, the virus gets into that one location, and you have to fight and defend yourself throughout the entire night just to make sure you stay alive. That's scary. That's some creepy stuff. Well, guys, I'm glad to bring some of this information, and I got a freaking dump truck about to pass by. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. You can pick up that trash. But sorry about the interruption. So I want to thank you all for tuning in to this mini short segment episode of SCPs. I will definitely try to dive deeper into it. If this is something that you found interesting today, please comment below and let me know what I should talk about next. Alright, but everyone, have a great day. Until next time, keep it cool, keep it boho tight.